there is one stunning toponym, American toponym, which clearly proves uh, the information, the statement, our statement, that all those American toponyms, names of the states and or cities, that seem to have some relation to the people from Europe, royal people first of all, governors as well. This etymology is fake, meaning that the British, French people came to America, heard the local names, and tried to tie them to the words, to the English words, to the English words and English names, trying to obtain thus a proof that they have priority over these lands, that all those lands bear names, bear British names. But in fact they didn't. In fact, they bore very ancient names that have nothing to do with Britain, but have a lot to do with the country in the Caucasus, which is Georgia. The name I would like to talk about now is Cincinnati, or as we pronounce it here more Latin way, in a Latin way, that would be Cincinnati. Yeah, Cincinnati, that's how we in Ukraine pronounce the name of this American city, not Cincinnati, Cincinnati. And that's how it was supposed to be pronounced in Latin, because the Americans themselves claim that the origin of the name is Latin. They tell us that in this city there was some kind of a group of people who gathered together for some reason, and who named themselves after some Roman person from ancient Rome named Cincinnatus. So imagine that. A new continent, a group of people gather in some town with no name. It has no name, but they're already there, the group of people. They gather there, and they are serious because they decide to give a pretty serious name, pretty meaningful name to their group, Cincinnati, after some Cincinnatus guy, ancient Roman. And after that, because of that group, which I don't remember if they meant anything in the history of the city, other than giving it its name, the city obtained this name Cincinnati. Cincinnati, Cincinnati. To me, the whole story seems totally fake, totally not serious, unreal. Especially to me, because I have an alternative version. In one of the Kartvelian dictionaries, we find a word, Cincinnati. Cincinnati. It means stealth gate. Well, it means walking soundlessly, so that nobody hears you. Whose feature is that? This is a well-known feature of the Native Americans, because American army, I don't remember for which war exactly, they were hiring the Native Americans to serve as scouts exactly for their ability to move soundlessly, to move stealthily. Do you know how in Megrelian language would be how we can form a toponym meaning place of those who walk stealthily, or place of stealthy walkers? Cincinnati. Cincinnati, as I remind you, that's stealthy walk, it's a stealthy gait. The place would be Cincinnati, because Ati, that's the Megrelian version of the well-known Georgian toponymic suffix eti. Imereti, Svaneti, Kaheti, Ozurgeti, Kubuleti, we know all those Georgian place names. But in Megrelian, in the west of Georgia, this eti suffix turns into ati. You can read about that in the etymological dictionary of the Kartvelian languages by Klimov. He says clearly about that. At, that's the Megrelian equivalent to the Megrelian et. So Cincinnati, that would be in Georgian. Cincinnati, that would be in Megrelian. Now, which version is more believable? The one referring to some Roman Cincinnatus, or the one referring to the Native American people who walk stealthily, and the place was named after them.